right. Thank you so much. Thank you all for having me here this morning. As I was saying in the breakout groups, this is just truly an inspirational group. I've learned so much from One World and from the interactions with many of you. To all of you who are vital components in our International Day celebration, thank you for your partnership. That was really a remarkable event. And it kind of kicked off for us truly what our goals are here in Elmsford, which is to build organic, creative, and fun activities centered around not only celebrating our diversity, but also creating a better environment for everyone. So we went ahead and we took the dual pledge. During this dual pledge, basically what we're looking to do is, as I said in the title there, protect, educate, empower, and improve. Those really are the goals of our dual pledge, and we hope to continue to create robust programs as a result of it. Next slide, Joe. On Earth Day 2021, as I had mentioned, the UFSD is committed to the Let's Go Zero and Carbon Neutral Now campaigns, that being the dual pledge. As you can see in the background there, the picture is basically all of our Green Club members from Alexander Hamilton High School, which is a middle senior high school in the Elmsford Union Free School District, as well as some of our administrators. You can see Joe's there, some of our elected officials, and I was present for this event as well. One of the things that we had was an artist that came in and painted that mural in the background. And really what we're trying to do is everything that we incorporate in terms of projects gets imprinted throughout the school district. So we want this to be something that's sustainable and something that's living throughout the school district.
I also want to give a shout out to Westchester County Executive George Latimer, who is supportive of this project. We hope puts Westchester and the United States over the top to win the friendly 100 school competition versus China, Mexico, and Wales. We'll see. And with Mark's support, I'm hopeful we'll get there.
And George is an amazing partner. It's, we can't ask for a better county executive in terms of the level of support that he gives us. Just going back to the dual pledge, basically our first step here was the annual commitment to the UNFCCC to become climate neutral. What we did was we measured our carbon emissions. We submitted our application as was discussed earlier. And in addition to which, we're starting to work on choosing those projects. And that becomes our step two. We're looking for this long-term commitment. We really want this to be student-led. I actually met with the Green Club representatives yesterday to have a discussion about where we're going with the carbon neutrality projects so that we reach it by 2030. It's important to note, not only are we choosing from the projects that Joe and One World have listed, as well as the UNFCCC projects, but we're also creating our own organic projects here in the district that are created by our students. We know is with the full support of our county team, and even our mayor was present for this. So we know that we have the village support. What we're going to do is we're going to be able to build something that is truly meaningful, not just in the school district, but also throughout the village and county.
The other thing I just mentioned, one thing we're doing here, we want to replicate across the globe, is to help our students become among the most eco-literate in the world. So Mark is helping us bring high schools in Westchester County together to talk about climate change.
So our Let's Go Zero campaign was something that was introduced to us by Joe. Thank you, Joe, for doing that. And as I understand it, we are the first school district in the United States of America to go ahead and take this pledge, which is very rewarding for us. It's a great opportunity for us to build this program here. So essentially, as we're working together to become carbon neutral, and we know 2030 is our goal, what we're also looking to do is take the Climate Neutral Now pledge, involve our school community, recycling, less paper, composting. I have to admit the pandemic had somewhat of a silver lining for us. You know, we break everything down into looking at every aspect of the organization, one of the areas that we were looking at was how much paper we were ordering. In one school alone, we were making about 1 million impressions a year. In other words, 1 million photocopies a year. That's a lot of paper to go through. And while necessary, we understand it. There are other ways to do it where we could be much more green friendly. And the adoption of the Google platform, we are a Google organization, and we do everything now through Google Drive. It really helps us to become less paper dependent. We're also composting and working with some of our community-based leaders, again, that Joe introduced us to. And we're going to begin a lot of work out of our cafeterias in terms of reducing the amount of waste. We're taking steps to become much more global leaders, hopefully. And in doing so, we made that dual pledge, but we're also looking at school-based projects that support biodiversity. One of those areas is a sustainable garden that I was talking about. That is a district-wide approach. They started at Hamilton. We have a courtyard inside the center of the high school building, and they put a tiered garden in there. And they're also looking at rainwater catch basins to be able to create a more sustainable environment. That's eventually going to spill over, and that project will become much larger and district-wide through all 3 of our schools. We're also looking to lead our waste savings measures. As Joe alluded to, we're partnering with Westchester County to start this Let's Go Zero campaign, and we're hoping to be the first county in the United States to be a green county, so to speak. Not to be mistaken with Greene County just north of us. We truly want to be a green county. The sustainable student leader development is really where it's going to be at, and making sure that our students lead these efforts, because it's one thing if we can do it, it's another thing when our students do it and then they continue to do it in the years to come.